Hey folks, Elaine Marolakos Edelson here with AstrologyMojo, and I want to help you get your mojo back. So, if you're new to me, what I like to say is that the planets don't do anything to you in astrology. Everything is an influence, and we live in a cooperation. So, when something happens outside of us, we feel that. We are influenced by the weather, what we ate, how we feel, what we're thinking, who we're interacting with. But the sun and the moon aren't planets. There's a definite pull that we have in a relationship to the those particular spheres. Without the moon, we'd tumble into orbit and drown in tsunamis. Without the sun, we'd freeze to death. So when we look at eclipses, which is what we're talking about today, Pisces Lunar Eclipse, 25 degrees, 41 minutes. If you know where your chart, where that is in your chart, it would be good to get an idea of what it is you're experiencing and why and what's happening. And as the planets don't do anything to you, we are feeling the moon and the sun. We feel that a whole lot more in our bodies because we're mostly water. And the moon creates the tides in relationship to the earth and the sun. So when something is out of balance, you feel a pull. You feel like you're drowning. You feel like you can't wake up. You feel like you can't go to sleep. You feel like you're intuiting things beyond belief. You feel like you're um, having vivid dreams or prophetic experiences. What's happening? What's happening? Everything's happening all at once. And so it's up to you to just be as present as possible. And we'll talk about the astrology part, but I just want to cover the energetic part of it as well, because when there is an eclipse in a particular constellation, the vibration of that is ascribed to, well, for Pisces, it would be cynicism on the downside. It would be doubt, negativity, victimization. It would also be addiction. Now, addiction is not just chemical. It could be a medicine that you think you have to have or you can't do without, but maybe there's a natural version of that medicine because basically everything's synthesized from plants. So take a re-examine in this eclipse, which occurs on September 17th. We're already in it, but that week with the 17th being at the center of the week. So the 14th to the 20th, 21st, that week, take a close look at how are you sleeping? How are you feeling? What thoughts keep coming back to remind you of, oh, I'm a victim? That's never going to happen. They're wrong. I'm wrong. And I need to either medicate or, excuse me, meditate. How about we do that one? And bring us into alignment with what the truth is and what we're really feeling and what's happening and what we're letting go of. Addictions can be to people who have addictions. Addictions can be to, I'll just keep the peace. Let's just make it nice. And not address the issue that you were just insulted, affronted, somebody stepped on your toes, or you feel like what they're doing is so not healthy. So by complying with that, you are also not healthy. Everything comes from you. Everything in your world comes from you. It emanates. So let's look at this as a water feature. We have pools, we have showers and saunas, we have little fountains. If water were trickling in, and this photo I took just the other day, I woke up and it was sunny out. And on my morning walk at dawn, this is what I saw at Castle Rock. So I just took out my camera and I was like, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if a camera says blah, 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 but I just did. And I thought, this is what we are. We are a double helix rainbow. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, we are the image of ourselves in everything we attract. Everything you bring to you resonates a frequency. And if they're in your life, some part of them is resonating your vibe. And if you don't like what you see in the outside world, it's not about them. Look in the mirror. It's about you. I bump into a lot of things sometimes. Okay, September of 2016, we had another lunar eclipse in Pisces, and that was at 24 degrees. This one now, September 17th of 2024, is at 25 degrees. So look back, open up your date books, calendars, go back into your Google calendars and look at what was going on the month of September and October in 2016. What was happening? That makes people, let me think. Where was I living? What was I doing? Was I working? How did I feel? What was my health? So we hit all the topics. Let's just take a look at a chart. Okay. So this is September 17th. And this is the solar eclipse. I'm sorry, the lunar eclipse will be, well, here I only took a screenshot at 19 degrees, but it's basically sandwiched between Saturn and Neptune, the moon, all in Pisces. So this trifecta of energy, hey, hi, Christy. This trifecta of energy will lend itself to feeling serious. Serious about what? Restricted. Why? Who's causing the limitation? Ultimately, it's going to be you, but you think it might be the outside. Well, I called and called and called. I couldn't get through. Okay, back away from the intensity. Take a nice deep breath. Do something that's nurturing. Have some electrolytes that don't have any sugar in them. And just think about, feel it through. Why are you moving in a direction where the doors are closed? My grandmother, who didn't speak any English, couldn't read or write, but she was great at math, ran a produce stand. And she used to say, you can bang on the deaf man's door all you want. He ain't going to hear you. So I want you to take a look at that. Let me see. Can I make this bigger? Hang on. Not really. I wonder if I made this bigger. Ooh, yes. Okay. I figured something out. All right. So Saturn represents in the body, the knees, the joints, skin, teeth, the structure. In your life, it's the framework. In Pisces, it's I need to get serious about what? About my health, about wealth, health, passion, purpose. So how does it show up in your world? Do you deny yourself something? Do you limit yourself and then suddenly go to extremes? I deserve this. And you eat a bag of chips, then you eat a box of chips, then you have a bottle of wine. Please don't say you're drinking a box of wine. And so it goes to an extreme. We have to watch the extremes. The moon is the feeling state. The moon represents the intuition, also money and the flow of abundance, connection to feminine energy, your own first. And then we have Neptune, and Neptune guides Pisces. So we have here it's like the heralder. Here Pisces is heralding to you. Oh, I don't know why I want to say hearken unto me. I am not going to get biblical. I can't even say the word. But look at this. We have a grand trine. Whee! If you're on my email newsletter list, you'll get messages about this. Between Pluto, Uranus, and the sun opposing. So what we have are energies in your body and in your mind that don't no longer jive with who you are becoming. And if you feel like you're stopped, like the doors are closing, that's when you step away from the door and you turn around and you imagine a room with nothing but windows and light and peace. So you are creating a new structure based on how you feel. And if you feel extreme, you might go to an extreme. Neptune is the ultimate addict. Oh, I just love music and art. And okay, but we need to pay the bills. So let's go get a job. Let's, make money from our art or our music or our spiritual. Oh, this is going to be a big one for a lot of people, especially with Saturn is understood as a karmic planet. Karma is nothing more than dharma is the path and karma is the action on the path. So what is the action on the path? This is also a karmic planet, Neptune. And sometimes the moon is seen as a karmic body. And so what does that mean? You think something is meant to be, yet you're thwarted. There's an extreme, there's a separation, there's an attachment to something that is other than what you want. Pisces eclipse will bring all of this up. That's why I say go back to September 2016. What were you doing? How were you feeling? And from that feeling, what were you creating? Because, yeah, it's all you, honey. It's all you, my friends. You're creating it. What is it that now you know is no longer serving you? That's what this setting up a new structure is about. That's what realizing your dreams, the ideal vision is about. That's what it is to feel something into being and to create the matter. We have some heavy hitters right here. Oh, let's get over the fear, Pluto. Let's actualize, and it's retrograde. So we're going deep. We're going, into the basement to figure out what are the fears that are stopping me. And it can be a simple revelation. It doesn't have to be something major. You might actually decide to do some energy work, biofeedback training, EES, also known as scalar, photon waves, to move the vibration so you feel better. Chimes, solfeggio frequencies, anything dealing with music, science, technology, astrology as well. But the new transformational astrology, not, oh, this is happening, therefore you are feeling this. No, you are feeling something, therefore this is the way it looks in astrology. You heard it here first, folks. You are not a puppet, and the planets are not conscious of their movements, looking to control you. Not happening. Okay, so when we look at, we have some Virgo, let's get analytical about this. I want to really dive into what's behind the thing that I keep attracting. Oh, I keep attracting the same person at the job, or the same employer, or the same employee, or the same boyfriend, or the same girlfriend, or the same whatever it is. You keep attracting the same thing. It's everything's amorphous. It comes from the very mutable, which is a Pisces energy, very mutable energy of feeling state and the vibration. So drop a stone into water. And let me come back over here. Drop a stone into water and you see ripples. And what are the ripples representing? Each one represents an aspect of your feeling state. And if you're not conscious of something, but yet you have reactions to something, I need to go hide as a Pisces thing. I need to just know how I'm feeling. I'm so overwhelmed. I just need to have a reading, a massage. I need to go take a swim, a bath, a sauna. I just need to drink a lot of water. I just need to get drunk. I need to get high. I need to escape. I need to find the ethers. I need to do Joe Dispenza so I can get into the quantum. We look for what we need based on the feeling state, which comes from also the unconscious state, subconscious, non-conscious, that says, I better stay safe. If I hide, they won't see me. I'll just hide. My kid, when they were 2, Aaliyah, used to take, at the high chair, used to take their bib and take it off and then just hold it up in front of their face so I couldn't see them. And I'd look around and say, oh, where's Aaliyah? I can't find Aaliyah. And they would just hold it there and then they would drop it. And I would say, oh, there you are. Where did you go? They actually believed that they had disappeared. It was very cute. So where do you feel like you need to disappear? Where do you feel like you need to hide, but yet get lost in the ethers that say, oh, I want to help people. I want to give readings. I don't know what kind. I don't know, any kind. I want to take people into the woods by the river and we will chant. Beautiful. Then when your feet are planted on the ground, that's the practical side of practical side of things right here. How can I concretize and monetize and realize and actualize the celestial being that I am in 3D and feel safe while I'm doing it? Oh, there it is. Ideal vision comes to light. So whether you have a Pisces sun, rising, or moon or not, you have Pisces in your chart. Look at this. So let's say this is your chart and you're a Scorpio rising, you're a Virgo sun, Scorpio rising, but let's pretend there are no planets here. Okay? Pisces loves to pretend. your fifth house, this goes counterclockwise all the way around, 12 houses, and each house represents a myriad of definitions that make up and comprise your life. So the fifth house would have Pisces on the cusp. So what planet rules Pisces? Neptune. Where's your Neptune? Oh, okay, let's just say it's up here in Leo, or let's say it's in the second house in Sag. The wherever Pisces, I'm sorry, wherever Neptune is in your chart, that's what you will experience in the fifth house based on those definitions. I hope that made sense. So, saying that the planets are aligning in your favor, what a great motto. Everything's aligning in your favor because you're the one who's orchestrating the symphony. So, what would you love to do right now? Let go of the thing that stops you. You might be thinking, oh, I want to start a business, or I want to paint the house, or I think I want to host Thanksgiving this year if you're in America or Canada. I think I want to do this thing. So whatever your thoughts are focused on, then come the trail, like a rainbow trail of, oh, wait, if I do that, I have to invite them too, because that comes with the package. And if I invite them, then I have to make sure I make vegan food. And so then comes all the fragments of the idea. How about we focus on, instead of narrowing the focus, we expand the focus in this lunar eclipse and say, this is how I'm feeling right now, regardless of your sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This is how I feel right now. I'm cranky, I'm tired, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I'm annoyed, I'm so ecstatic, I'm grateful. Whatever it is, you're going to vibe a frequency. Be aware of what it is. And if it's less than neutral, pay attention. Oh, this is how I'm feeling right now. Is this how love feels? No. Well, I can't fight this thing that's building in me. What does my body need right now? Oh, I need some good, nutritious food. Okay. And then I might need a digestive enzyme. Okay. And then I start to feel a little bit better, and I don't have this hypoglycemic sugar crash. Remember, extremes are going to be big during eclipses, especially since we're also in the guise of the Libra solar eclipse, and which will have a lot of sugar and extremes going on there too. And wine. You are allowed the WHINE for 5 minutes, set a timer. But if you overdo the WINE, set a timer. Let's find harmony. Let's find harmony in these extremes, because we're creating, and as I was talking to someone this morning, we are creating tiny bridges, no extremes. So if you're feeling tired during this lunar eclipse phase, we're going to next week. Wait a minute. Well, next week we have an oracle reading because I'm not here on the 26th, but I am going to talk a little bit about the solar eclipse in Libra during the oracle reading. But I think that if you can, during this time frame, no matter what you're doing, you're getting ready for work, you're settling in for the night, the long night, winter is coming. You're helping yourself to Stouffer's Pizza. I don't know where that came from. You're doing something that helps you to feel neutral to positive. That's more than 75% of what you have to do. That's it. Just find a moment of neutrality that takes you toward positive. And it doesn't have to be this wacky, I'm going to rule the world, I'm going to vote for them because those people. No, extremes. There, as I said last week, the universe doesn't resonate the word NO. If you focus on something, that's what you're focused on. You might say, I don't want those people living next door to me. I don't want that thing in my, I don't want that. What you don't want is what you're focused on, and that's what you get. So instead, create your boundaries here in your body during this lunar eclipse in Pisces. And understand that these these three right here, Saturn, Moon, Neptune, all in Pisces, are going to be trumpets in your very vibration. So when someone is talking and you have a gut reaction, take a nice deep breath. I don't need to attach to that. I don't need to defend myself from that. I don't need to correct them. I don't need to educate them. I don't need to tell them that it's different. I just need to be in my integrity, because as I am present and I raise my vibe with love, I can set a healthy boundary and say, "Oh, thanks so much for the information. Yeah, I don't know if I agree, but I want to hear all opinions. Thank you. And listen, I am running late, so I'm going to get going now." Or let's couch this conversation for another time where I can really, think about it and talk about it, and we can have a wonderful discourse. And then don't walk away with, "Are they freaking out of their minds?" No, because that's an extreme and that's not honest. You might feel that way and you can say, "Wow, I am judging this person right now. How can I evaluate them instead? How can I evaluate me judging this person?" Yeah, that's where we want to go. Oh my gosh, realize your behavior in the moment without getting too, okay, that I don't know what that said in sign language, but it just meant too convoluted. You don't have to analyze everything, but just be aware of the moment that you are defending yourself, your principles, your feelings, your physical body, or about to tell someone that they're wrong. Mm-mm. We're not going there. We're not going there. But we could go there and then just turn on the news and that's where you live. And I wish you well. Sincerely, honestly. But where you could go is to a place where you are mastering your ideal vision through your inner power called spirit. What's the matter? You are the matter, and your matter is divine. You are creating matter every time you open your mouth or feel a feeling before you even open your mouth. So, what's breaking down in the lunar eclipse is the perception of right, wrong, and more. Is this my reality? Do I adhere? Do I believe that? Is that true for me? Not are they right or wrong? Is this true for me? It might be. I want to explore it further. The lunar energy is feminine, and the lunar energy casts a glow on what you're feeling, not just now, but throughout eternity, and what you keep putting an emotional charge on. So if you don't care about what I'm here doing on this earth, I'm merging biology with divinity. And I like to think that I help with these shows that I do, with the readings that I do, with the programs that I teach, with the historical fiction fantasy books that I'm writing, is to enlighten, empower, educate, and entertain. Find your motto. What is your motto? Okay, here's a client who said to leave this earth by making it better. It's just that simple. Other people, their motto is to serve. And I would add to that, but not at the sake of myself. Okay. That would be classic Saturn and Neptune belief in negative karma. No such thing. You're not being cheated because you ran somebody over with an ox cart in Pakistan 5,000 years ago. No. You can wipe the slate clean and start over, but you're the one who's carrying the same frequency. So if you don't change it, it doesn't change. And that would be called Groundhog Day. But maybe not as funny. So, do you understand what we're talking about here? Can I have a yay, a nay? Remember to share, like, subscribe, because it really does help the algorithms. And other people will get put in front of somebody else's face and they'll go, "Oh, I was just manifesting, information on lunar eclipse and here's a video." What is the one thing that you can do? And I'm going to pull a card. Let's see. We'll go to the shaman stream. What's the one thing you can do today, in the next hour, in the next 5 minutes, in the next moment? And a moment can last a lifetime. That will set you on a course of, I trust my needs are met. I believe in magical, spiritual, celestial empowerment while I am grounded on the earth. While I have, oh my gosh, two things. Oh, makes me so happy. All right, wait a minute. Let me just get rid of this image. I know I just had like a little girl. Yay. Okay, so the first card that came out on two sides of the deck. So the first one was 22, 2. It's a 20, and that is in numerology, that we would like to call that bridging between self and others, empathy. And this has a crystal ball with 2 swords and crystals and a bee. And it is called Choices and Their Consequences, the Feast of Plenty. Look at that. The Feast of Plenty. That is beautiful. So be mindful of your choices based on your feelings. You don't need to rage at someone because you've got your feelings hurt, and the next person who comes into your sphere who deep down feels like a victim, and you turn to them and you go, you, get that thing off my lawn. And then we repeat the pattern. We don't want to go there anymore. We want to create harmony. And then the other card that came out was Whale Song. So perfect for a lunar eclipse in Pisces, in the water. And this is Whale Song resonating. Now it's got a lot of green in it, so I don't know what the green screen if you're going to see this, but oh, you can. It's more blue now. 61 equals a 7. 6, community. 1, individuality. That's the same as a 2, even though this equals a 7. And that's reflection. Resonating. What are you resonating right now? What's the frequency you're resonating right now? Oh, make it big, because I could use an energetic hug. It's been a week. We inhale, we exhale. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you and your attention. And the fact that you chose to be on this earth at this time. Let's help support. I mean, I left my big crystal in the other room and it weighs like 5 pounds. But I'm going to imagine I got a smaller one. Hang on. This is a garden crystal. And and there's images in it and all that. It's very fun. But let's just imagine that this is the world and we're holding it in a place of love. And then you be as present as possible. Yes, yes. And I will see you next week. We're going to be doing our oracle reading next week, and I will focus it on the solar eclipse. So you can each pull a card based on the image. I'll show you some images, and you say, oh, I'll pick that one, or that one. And it will be your solar eclipse oracle reading. How's that sound? Yay. Thanks for being here, folks. Thank you for being. As always, I wish you peace, and I'll see you next time.